So crypto markets are trading sideways right now. We've been seeing a lot of liquidations in the last 24 hours just because a lot of people, guys, are deciding what's going to be happening. In terms of the price action around Bitcoin, it's not looking too hot in terms of a monthly time frame and exactly how multiple things are aligning. That really points to the fact that it isn't looking too hot for the, potential end of October for Bitcoin. This is something that we've been covering on the channel for multiple different, perspectives and also multiple different topics when everything was pumping and also dumping. Now, of course, after we saw the huge liquidation event that happened, this caused us to hit a lot of specific points. This is why people like Dr. Profit have been talking about how exactly they were anticipating a huge move in the markets, a massive deviation and a massive correction due to the over leveraged plays. And, as a result, everyone is starting to get bullish, saying that, we have already squeezed out all of this, extra liquidity and all these different things that are moving around. And now we are about to send. Now we are about to explode. And if you look at the ranges around, Bitcoin and Ethereum, we're kind of squeezing right now, really determining if we're going to deviate or if we're going to be pumping up. And like how I said, we've just been trading sideways for the past week. After the liquidation event that happened last Friday, it is only Tuesday today, guys. So I know a lot of people already want altcoin season to happen, but honestly, not everything is pointing to the fact that altcoin season is already going to start. Now, we do have, some great analysts and traders like Benjamin Cohen calling for Ethereum to hit 5,300. And honestly, this is pretty much based on the fact that Ethereum returned back to that 21-week estimated moving average. And now we have already seen what we needed to see. Now we can see exactly Ethereum returning back to those all-time highs. Is it going to happen though? No one truly knows. And this is why everything's just kind of, teeter-tottering, trading sideways. People like KillXBT have been talking about how more than likely we're going to be closing out, the weekly time frame for Bitcoin in the red, and overall also for the monthly time frame. Now, like how I said, there's mixed perspectives around this. A lot of people before the huge deviation that happened were calling for altcoin season, saying that altcoin season was already going to happen, and then they got humbled very, very hard. And as a result, now everyone's just kind of saying, okay, now send it higher, now send it higher. All the Coles, all the influencers, and on my channel, I try to give you guys a real perspective on the markets, not a honed in narrative based off of exactly what I'm feeling, what I've been preaching to, my huge mass audience. No, that's not the case. I don't even have a huge channel. I'm documenting my day to day and showing everyone my perspective around the markets from different crypto analysts and traders that have been here longer than me so that we can see exactly what is happening. No one truly knows exactly when everything is going to be taking place. This is why everybody ranges everything and bases everything off of previous price action. And currently what we're seeing, the Fed is not looking too hot. They're going to have to make a decision around rate cuts. We had President Trump talk about how, he was going to take over cooking oil and we're going to start doing it in the United States. And we saw the US stock market just plummet like crazy. So there's a lot of catalyst events that are moving around, and a lot of people that believe, news events don't have an effect on the market or data or any economic events. That's bullcrap. At the end of the day, I gave the, perspective that, the crypto markets is like a soda. Throwing a Mento is a news event, a catalyst. This can be, something bad that happens, a tweet from President Trump. I talked about it on my X literally today and just pretty much giving my perspective around it. And this is why I am being very cautious. Am I dollar cost averaging into the markets? Yes, I am, because my crypto portfolio right now is quite down. These positions are down very significantly, reaching some local bottoms. And as a result, this is why I feel so strong about allocating. On the channel in the last few days, I've been telling everyone that that is exactly what I'm doing. And in the previous weeks, I told everyone, do not buy, do not buy. Why? Because people like Dr. Profit were giving us a lot of different reasons as to why we were going to be seeing a deviation. The over leveraged positions, a lot of different points. And I can't cover it all in one video, but the whole point of this video is to tell you that right now, everything is still ranging. And also there's a lot of, indicators that are pointing to the fact that it's not looking too hot. Now, we have, crypto bears like Dr. Profit. Now, I don't believe he's a bear. Now, he's just pretty much navigating and being a chameleon however he has to be so that he can make those profits. His name is Dr. Profit. So at the end of the day, now he's super bullish around altcoins, saying that it would be stupid to be shorting the markets right now. But I honestly believe with all the market manipulation and everything that's taking place, we could be seeing another slight deviation. Now, are we going to be dumping below 100,000 for Bitcoin and Ethereum falls below 3,500? No, I do not believe that. But I do believe that the markets are setting everybody up for something that they are not expecting. KillXBT is someone that has been really great in terms of the macro perspective around Bitcoin. And this is why I share him consistently on the channel. I didn't share this, a few months ago because it wasn't a really big focus. Now it is super, super important because this can cause the markets to just move in one direction, and you need to be aware when that happens. But the biggest thing is just understanding that as we close out the week, more than likely it's going to be looking red. Everything is ranging right now, which points to the fact that the market is pretty weak and no one truly knows where everything is going to be happening. We also have a whole bunch of FUD and mixed perspectives around the huge short that was put in the markets whenever President Trump, said the 100% tariffs on China, and they are adding to their position. So do they know something that we don't know? There's a lot of different perspectives around the markets, and this is why people are saying that deviations could still be happening, and others are saying that altcoin season is already going to happen next week. So I like to give a real perspective on the markets, let you guys know what is going on. I have a crypto portfolio. It's pretty down. At the end of the day, most of us are down in our altcoin portfolios, and I think being real with everyone is super, super important. Just because at the end of the day, we all are trying to make money. We all are investing in the crypto markets to generate profit. So you need to understand that the people that are preaching to you have a narrative. They have investments based off of specific sectors and overall what they've been saying for the last 3 to 4 years. So just align that with real data and real information. And then from there, figure out how to navigate the space. And on this channel, that's exactly what we do. So if you're new to my channel, check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action around Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and everything you need to be aware of. In yesterday's video, we talked about how, right now in the crypto markets, no one truly knows what's going to be happening. A lot of people that were super bullish are now teeter-tottering. A lot of people that were bearish are now bullish. So we have all these mixed perspectives, and it's because of the huge liquidation event that took place. And I think it's super important to just stop for a second and just realize what everyone is saying, and also what do the numbers say, because people lie, numbers don't, guys. Follow the price action, follow the liquidity, and you're going to be better off than 90% of the people in the crypto markets. All right, I'm gonna stop ranting. I think today everything is just trading sideways, ranging, nothing too crazy other than President Trump crashing the US markets and causing massive volatility. But overall, as we get closer to ending the week, I'm gonna let you guys know more updated events, exactly what is happening and what to expect around altcoins. Do not capitulate your bags. Get ready for altcoin season. Be ready for volatility. And guys, try to keep up with everything that I'm telling you. This is super important stuff. Now, if you don't think it's important stuff, drop it down in the comments what you think is important and what I'm not covering. Because as I have progressed, I've slowly honed in on exactly what matters and what does not. And I always welcome advice and criticism, regardless if it's stupid or it's good. Drop it down below. I'd love to hear it. All right, do not capitulate your bags. Stay tuned, and hopefully, guys, I catch you tomorrow. Peace.